Here we are to present some new system. Now we are producing the new plates to connect the hoist hook to stretcher and to rescuer. The current product is made in aluminum, and the name is Chapin. It is this aluminum plate here. Okay, we are moving to a new plate that is stainless steel, fully stainless steel, high quality stainless steel, made in Italy. And this is the plates. Okay, here you can see with some connector in this kind of configuration. But the plate itself will be connected to the hoist hook in the upper part here, and it avoids dynamic rollout, so it can be put. There is no possibility to dynamic rollout. And here in the lower part you can see an openable ring that can be configured as you prefer. So you can put webbings in different length and in different configuration. We have made this improvement first of all to be more customizable. Okay, so for different stretcher you can you need maybe different length behind. This is more standard, okay, for our stretcher, the Kit Everest stretcher. And then we also want to create something not in aluminum but in stainless steel, because there are some guidelines, let's say, that suggest to use stainless steel on the hook.
The center front company, or do you have this restricted yourself front? Is it possible to buy?
Yeah, it's possible to buy directly from the company. Yeah, it depends on the country. In some countries we have distributors, in some other we sell directly. But yeah, generally yes. So this is one of the latest news. This is now configured with the wheel and the wheel handles.
Yeah.
Okay, but the real advantage of this stretcher is that it's really light and very fast to assemble. So now I show you how we remove the wheel, okay, and how we can let's say assembly and disassembly the stretcher. So try to imagine that you already have the patient on your stretcher. So the mechanism to put and remove the wheel is extremely easy. So you can unscrew this one.
Yeah.
So, unscrew, okay. When it's unscrewed, you just need this. Okay. Okay. So this is already removed. It's less than 10 kilos. But you can see how fast and how easy it is to assemble the stretcher. Look, 1, 2.
That's nice.
So, even if you are alone, okay, you just have to go close, put 1, 2. The red color is done to see if there is something not very well connected. Okay, then when it's closed, you just need to screw this part here, and the stretcher is ready to go.
Yeah, it feels good.
The length is just less than 2 meters, a little bit less than 2 meters, to be compatible with almost all the helicopter cabins.
Yeah.
Okay, even the small helicopter.
We have a recommendation where we have a glossary at the end.
Or does the word redundant imply it's law in aviation? So we need to be as clear as possible.
But there are teams who use that
Just deployment
specifically. They just let the winch take up, they signal for going up, they manage the casualty, they have both hands on the casualty, and you don't have to, you know what? I'm just going to leave the landing, I'm just going to try and get it, just go, and do an intentional deployment.
Yeah.
It carries a certification as well, obviously, because it's a device which is used for flight. If you want to replace it, then you have to be very certain that it's going to perform in the same way.
Yeah.
We've had questions about that. Can I put a sling in here and have maybe once you've tried to get to your casualty, right, and you make a mistake on approach,
Well, yeah. So, if I were the rescuer getting lowered to a station where there's a victim, I'm coming down on the hoist.
Yeah, so you're coming on the hoist, and the important thing for this is that your lezard, when you're flying, is armed. You see,
It's armed like that.
so the hook of the helicopter off the winch line pre-arms the lezard. You've got one here. So it's armed, which means the tail is able to release if it needs to.
And then I clip to an anchor point, and then lower down until that's weighted. As soon as that's weighted, then that's taking the load, and this is then slacked, right? Once that's slacked, I can come off the helicopter hook and send the helicopter away, and I'm just hanging on that. Right?
So only on the tail of the lezard right now. You've arrived at your belay station. As soon as you've removed the hook from the helicopter, then this part is no longer loaded. The lezard is no longer armed, and the tail of the lezard can't release.
Now I establish a separate anchor and take this off, put it away, get it out of the way, and I'm on a separate anchor. And now I package the patient. I get to take care of an injury, stop bleeding, whatever I need to do to get the patient ready to fly. As soon as they're ready, then I reestablish this anchor and get everything ready. The patient's all packaged, I'm all ready, and I can take off my other anchor and call the helicopter back. I'm ready to receive the hook. Helicopter comes, hook comes down. I can attach to that hook and have them hoist up. And as they hoist up, I disconnect that and we fly away.
And the point with the system is if you forget this one or you are not able to release it, then the helicopter is not anchored to the ground.
This right now, you can see the situation where Steve is. So he's here with his casualty. He's got no other connection apart from the tail of the lezard. This is the critical point for the helicopter, for the machine, its crew, and obviously for Steve and his casualty. Because if we set off now with something that's not releasable, the two elements are connected together. So that is the key of the lezard, really. Is right now, as soon as it's armed, if there's a movement, a rapid movement, if it's either the winch cable that moves fast or the helicopter that moves or there's turbulence that's not controlled. If it's armed, and when it's armed, the tail can release without putting either party in a difficult situation.
Once the winch takes the load off the anchor, this is armed, right? I'm not hanging on that anymore. Now I'm just hanging on this.
Yeah.
But if that was still connected and the helicopter had to fly off, then this would release.
So if you hang on that, you can maybe make it work. I don't know if we've got enough strength on there.
Like that.
So it leaves both connected together, yeah.
Yeah, and so we fly away, and we're still safe on the hook, but the anchor is left on the wall.
And there are two parts on load. It's the victim and the...
Yes. Normally this would go to me and this would go to the victim, but if I have the victim packaged in a litter, I would attach them to here. This is good for positioning also. It puts the patient a little bit higher and I'm just a little bit lower.
Is it for other things than helicopter? Can you use it for other things?
It's used on hoist rescue and on short haul rescue. And the main idea is if you're deploying a rescuer into difficult terrain where it would be dangerous to just come off the hook without being tied to anything, I can't do that because I could fall to my death, and I don't want to tether the helicopter to the wall and put the helicopter in jeopardy. This bridges that gap.
Yeah. In answer to your question as well, is it used for things other than helicopter rescue? In nearly every other situation of winching, if it's not from a helicopter, then you have a fixed anchor point for your winch and a fixed anchor point that you're lowering your load to or your person to, so that we don't have that same risk we don't have the same consequences behind it. Whereas
Yeah.
when we have a helicopter, it's a mobile anchor point which is subject to all the variables of turbulence and aerology. That's the thing this protects against. Yeah, so it is fairly specific. You're right. It's fairly specific to helicopter operations. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very technical for the pilot and the spotter to position the helicopter to get that hook right where it needs to be, and if something happens, a power failure or turbulence or some other variable, to save the aircraft and the crew, the pilot needs to move away.
Yeah, and communication.
Yes.
Yeah.